Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Vivian and you're welcome to my sewing channel. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this beautiful lace up crop top right here. The link for the pattern making is in the description box down below. So be sure to check the description box for the pattern making video. So right here, I have the pattern I have the sleeve right there, the back pattern, and also the front pattern. So the bottom part of the front pattern, I'm going to be cutting that on fold. So I'm going to be cutting the front pattern first. Right here, I'm going ahead to place the bottom part of the front pattern on the fabric, on the folded side of the fabric, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. So I didn't add the seam allowance to the pattern. So right here, I'm going ahead to make sure to add my seam allowance to the fabric. So you can see right there. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and cut the top part of the front open because I need two pieces for the front so that way I can attach the zipper. So next right here, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the sleeves. And also I cut the back pattern off camera. I cut the back pattern on fold. I didn't split it. I cut it on fold. Ahead to take the top part of the front pattern and placing it on this piece of fabric right here. I'm going ahead to cut out a facing or a half lining for the front. So when I attach the zipper, I want the inside of the fabric to be nice and neat, and I want to be able to kind of open it a little bit and still have that neat look to it. So I'm just going to call it half lining or facing fabric. Yeah, anyways, so these are all the pieces cut out and laid out on the on my table. So I'm going to be working on the front piece first. So I'm going to be adding the zipper first before doing any other thing. Okay, so to add the zipper right here, I'm going ahead to mark 1/2 inch seam allowance for the neckline. Just marking it out of the way before going ahead to pin down the zipper. And for this top, I'm using a visible zipper. So right there, so I'm just going to go ahead and pin it to the front part. I'm going to pin it to one side. Next, I'm going to flip the fabric over to the other side and pin the other half of the zipper to the second half of the top. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other one. So here it is, all pinned in place. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine. So right here, I've already changed my sewing machine foot. I'm using a clear zipper foot. So I went ahead and sewed the other side off camera. So here's how it's looking. So now I'm going in with a half lining for the front, and I'm going to go ahead and sew that to the main fabric. And also I went ahead and switched my sewing machine foot from the clear one to a smaller one to get that beautiful, neat, and visible uh, zipper on both sides, like the wrong side and the right side. I want like a neat and clean look once I'm done sewing the zipper. So you'll see in a minute. In a second. So here you can see the right side of the fabric and the wrong side of the fabric. As you can see right there, it's a very neat job on the zipper, as you can see right there. So when you open up the top, you can see that the inside of it is clean and is very neat. Like, yeah, you see it. So this is the wrong side of the top right here. Perfect. So right here, I'm just going ahead to cut out the excess fabric hanging on the bottom and also get rid of the end of the zipper. So moving on, I'm going ahead to attach the bottom piece of the front pattern. So you can see, like I told you guys, I cut it on fold. So I'm going ahead to pin it to the center front right there, making sure to mark. You always want to mark your fabric, like mark the center point of it, mark where you need to attach it, so that when it's time to put it all together, it will be easier for you to just place and pin, and you're ready to go. All right, so I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew it together using a straight stitch. So right here, I'm going ahead to pin the shoulder pleat in place. As you can see right there, I've already ironed it off camera. You want to make sure to iron the pleats in place, so that way it'll be easier to pin it where you want it to sit. So like I said, the video on how I make this the pattern for this top, the link is in the description box down below. So be sure to check the description box, so that way you can see how I make the pattern for the top. And also, if you're new to my channel or you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. All right, so now that the pleats are pinned in place right here, I'm going ahead to place the back pattern piece on top of the front and pinning it at the shoulder point. And I'm going to go ahead and once I'm done pinning it, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sewing down using a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch to finish up the rough edges. So you want to make sure to pay attention to what you're doing. You want to have the same seam allowance on both shoulder points. So you can see right here, placing the other side close to the first one right there, so that way I have like a straight or and on straight stitch all the way across. So this is the top after sewing the shoulders together. As you can see right there, the shoulder pleats right there. Just something unique to something unique to add to the top. Not just like a plain shoulder, just something like a fun thing to kind of add to it. All right. So now that the shoulder seams are sewn together, the next step now is to attach or work on the sleeves. So I'm just showing you right there. Okay, so right here, I'm going ahead to gather the top of the sleeve. I'm just taking my time, make a little gather. Is to create a little bit, give it a little bit of a puffy look. The fabric is really soft, like it's beautiful, nice touch to it, and it's a really nice fabric. I mean, okay, so now to attach the sleeve, I'm going ahead to open up the top, as you can see right here, and I'm going to be attaching the sleeve first before going ahead to sew the side seam close. So when adding the gathered sleeve, you want to pin and adjust it to fit the armhole. Okay, so now that that is done, here's how it's looking. So I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew it down using a straight stitch. So once you're done sewing the sleeves to the top, you want to go ahead and finish up the rough edges using a zigzag stitch. Okay, so next right here, I'm going ahead to pin the sides together. No, I didn't pin it. So I'm just placing the sides together, making sure the armhole seams are matching perfectly. And going right there, going in with a pin to pin it in place. So next, go ahead and sew the side seam together. So I started by attaching them to the fabric, so just to secure them first before going ahead to um, do whatever else I need to do. So you want to start by securing the loops to the main fabric first, okay? Using your sewing machine, secure them to the to the top first. So next, go ahead and cut out a bias tape from the same fabric. So you're going to be using the bias tape to finish up the edge of the seam. Just So I went ahead and press it down, just iron it to like just fold and iron it in place for an easy sew. So here's how the top is looking so far. So I went ahead and finished up the bottom off camera. Okay, so now the next step now is to finish up the neckline. Look at that. Perfect. So here's how the top is looking after finishing the neckline, and this is the inside of the top. Beautiful. And here is the final result of the top. Love it. Beautiful. All right, so we've come to the end of today's video. As always, if you find this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that way whenever I post a new video, you will get notified. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for subscribing, and I'll see you all in my next one.